What is going on, everyone? This is NinjaGeek here, and to cover on the gameplay, of course, we're playing some Black Ops 3, and you may notice something special about this gameplay as we progress on through, is that I actually ran into a lobby with Nero and his friends from, of course, Nero Cinema, if you know them. I enjoy his content on YouTube, so I highly recommend you check him out. But anyways, as you can see, I'm using the Pharaoh, and I ran into him in a Chaos Mosh Pit lobby a couple weeks ago, and it was pretty fun playing with him. Got a few games where I was on the other team, and he just completely destroyed us, but I still managed to do fine in those other games. But in this gameplay, I'm playing on his team along with his friends, and it's a great gameplay. I think we both do well by the end of it. And just lots of action, and it's fun to play with actual people that know what they're doing, because Nero obviously plays the objective. I love to play the objective, so it was really fun to play with him. Of course, on the other team, it wasn't as fun because, you know, he's a great player, but when I was on his team, it was a great experience to play with him, so I do enjoy that. But anyways, yeah, you can see I got the diamond camo on the Pharaoh, so I didn't have dark matter yet. I think I was going for dark matter, and then I ran into him, and I was like, okay, well, now I can't, use my pistol against him, because this isn't going to work. So I just decided to use the Pharaoh, one of my favorite guns in Black Ops 3. I think it actually is my favorite gun in Black Ops 3. But anyways, gameplay aside, I want to talk about Battlefield 5, and I guess a little bit about Titanfall 2, but more on Battlefield 5 because a couple weeks ago, I don't remember how long it was ago, but we did get a confirmation from EA that Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 5 will come out before December, or before Christmas, of 2016. So this year, we're going to be getting a Battlefield 5 and a Titanfall 2. We don't really have any more information on it than that so far as I'm recording this right now on that, but the fact that we know the names. Now, getting more into Battlefield 5, because Titanfall 2, I'll discuss Titanfall. It was a failure, to be honest, because of the sheer lack of content in Titanfall, and we all know that. Lack of weapons. The game was fun, but there just wasn't enough there to keep people playing, and that's what I feel like the game died off fast, and also because, it's only a Microsoft and, I guess, PC exclusive, so PS4 players could not get a chance to play Titanfall. So I don't know if they're going to change that agreement with Titanfall 2. That would be amazing if they did, so that everyone gets a chance to play Titanfall. But, either way, they need to add more content into Titanfall 2, and I feel like they're going to do that. I think the first game they tried, and they thought it was good, but obviously it wasn't well received, so maybe with Titanfall 2 they'll improve on that. So I'm looking forward to playing Titanfall 2. But on Battlefield 5, a lot of rumors are coming out and saying that Battlefield 5 will be set in World War I. And I don't know, honestly, if that's true or not. We'll have to wait and see. But if it is set in World War I feel like it's just going to completely change people's opinions on the Battlefield series and make them go over to play Battlefield more, honestly. Because what is the problem with the games nowadays? I talked about this in another commentary, but most of the games are in the future. They're based in the future. And with Battlefield 5, if they make it a World War I, it'll really separate the way the other games are from Battlefield. And Battlefield has always been the classic military shooter, and I hope that stays the same. The tried and true one. Call of Duty's kind of separated into a futuristic game, but comparing Battlefield to Call of Duty, honestly, it's factual that Call of Duty does better than Battlefield. I don't care what you think. It's factually known that Call of Duty sells better and there's more active players on Call of Duty than Battlefield. While Battlefield still is an active game, it's one of the best shooters out there. It's just Call of Duty seems to just do better than Battlefield. But I feel like that could change. If Infinity Ward's game, which I honestly don't know what their game is going to be for 2016, lots of rumors have been spreading around that it's going to be a futuristic game where there's going to be jumping and crap on it. We're going to be in space warfare. But then I've also heard Call of Duty Bloodlines, and people believe that it's going to go back to the past. Who knows right now? I don't know. But if Infinity Ward's game is set in the future, which I predict will be because that's what they've done in the past, I feel like a lot of people will migrate over to Battlefield, because Battlefield, if it happens to be a World War I game, or in general any game, I guess, because if Battlefield stays tried and true to their series, I think it will do better than another futuristic game, because a lot of people are tired of jumping around in the air with the exosuits and all that. People are just tired of doing that. And with Battlefield 5, I feel like if they came out with a World War I game, it would separate the community, and people would be like, wow, they would at least go check out Battlefield 5 and see if they actually liked it, because we haven't gotten an older style of shooter game like that in a very, very long time. On the next-gen consoles, there's really none. It's all futuristic. Destiny, Black Ops 3, even Advanced Warfare. Everything is just futuristic, and I feel like a lot of people want to go back into the past and play that. And if Battlefield 5 can do that and bring a World War I or a World War II, an older style of shooter, I think that would be great. And plus, just imagine that. Everyone's been wanting a Battlefield. They say they want Call of Duty to go back to the past, but Battlefield is really the true game that will go back to the past, because you could have lots of more stuff added in with the tanks and everything like that, whereas Call of Duty, it's more of just on the ground. They tried to add tanks in World at War and people just didn't like it. So World at War I felt was a great game, but it lacked from a couple things. There weren't a lot of camos. There wasn't really a lot to progress in. It was, but it was a great game. It was made in 2008, or came out in 2008, so that it's just what it was. But I don't honestly think that Call of Duty is going to progress further into something like a World at War type of game. I don't feel like it's going to do that. Do we want it? Yes, but I don't feel like it's going to be like that. So, other games, I'm excited for this year of 2016, because like I said, we got Titanfall 2. I'm hoping that they're going to improve on that. We got the Battlefield 5 that we just talked about. Quantum Break is coming out within the next month, and I'm excited because I don't know if some of you know, but Remedy Studios makes that, and they were the ones who made Alan Wake, a great game. That's one of my all-time favorite games. That was for the Xbox 360, and actually, if you pre-order Quantum Break, which I'm going to do soon, you get Alan Wake on your Xbox One, so I'm excited for that game to come out. I know The Division just came out. I didn't get that. I want to look up some reviews and stuff and see how The Division is. You can let me know if you play The Division, how it is, because I don't know. It looks great, but I just don't want to spend $60 on something that I'm not too sure on. So maybe I'll get that sometime down the line, but I heard that was a pretty decent game. Overall fun. We got a lot of other games extra coming out in 2016. Infinity Ward's game, and just big releases for this year, especially, of course, at the end of the year, which is when the games actually release. And, like I said, Battlefield 5 could compete this year with Call of Duty at a major state, because the problem that I have is a lot of people just didn't like Battlefield Hardline. I played the beta of Hardline back when that came out, and I was like, this game could be really good. It's got a nice theme to it, a cops and robbers theme, but in general, most people just didn't like it. It went back to Battlefield 4, because Battlefield is a military shooter, not your typical like cops and robbers theme. I think that would work better for Call of Duty. But Battlefield tried something new. It didn't work out, so I feel like they're gonna bring it back with Battlefield 5 coming out this year. And that's the reason why I didn't really like Hardline, and lots of other people didn't like it either. It's not a terrible game, but the theme of it just put people off. And in general, after I played the beta was fun, but I just didn't bother getting the game, just because I'm more of a Call of Duty guy in general. But if Battlefield is World at War type, or a World War game, I will get that, definitely. I think a lot of people will, and that's what I really wanted to talk about here, because I feel like the separation between Battlefield and Call of Duty, Battlefield could rise to the occasion this year in 2016, depending on what releases. But, of course, like I said, we don't know yet. 2016, a huge mystery as to what's going to come out, and we're going to find more. E3 is actually, I can't even believe it's been almost, what has it been, like 9 months now since the last one happened, because we're in March, and then in June, we'll get E3 again. I can't even believe the time that's passed between the last E3 and this E3. But E3 is a great event. It shows a bunch of games coming out, and it's just a fun time. The problem in June is that there's not a lot of content to cover, because it's like, okay, Call of Duty's getting old. Black Ops 3 is a fun game, but it's starting to wear off now. I'm starting to play other games. But I feel with E3 we get a lot of content here that we can post on YouTube, lots of stuff to cover. There's just so many games that are announced, and you could talk forever about that. And I just feel like in those types of months where it's like June, July, August, there really isn't a lot to talk about, because a lot of games don't come out. But E3 kind of saves for that, because there's such a mass amount of games that are released, and you can be able to see the games actually in action. That's when all the companies go there. It's one of the biggest events, gaming events of the year. So I can't wait to see what people have for E3. But, wrapping this video up, let me know what your thoughts are on Battlefield 5. Could potentially beat out Call of Duty this year if it is a World War shooter or something in the modern, because Battlefield has always been stayed tried and true. I hope they don't go the route of futuristic, because that's not what Battlefield should be, and it's just the separation. And I actually read an article, I don't remember if I talked about this or not, but I actually read an article that said, why is Call of Duty so, I guess you could say bad, or in quotations? It's not bad, but it's getting worse, and the people's opinions on it are saying that it's getting worse. And why is it like that? It's just because between the developers, everyone wants to go futuristic now. Back then in Call of Duty, you had something different to expect. With Advanced Warfare, even though I personally did not like the game, but we had something else to go to, right? We had other games to play. I played a lot of Destiny during Advanced Warfare time. But within that, there's the games are all futuristic now. Black Ops 3 is futuristic. If Infinity Ward's game is futuristic, there's nothing different between the developers. Like back then in Black Ops 1, it was the Black Ops series. Then Infinity Ward took on the Modern Warfare series, and it was a different series. But now everyone's going futuristic. There's no variety between the companies. That's just like, okay, well, this is just the same jumping and thrusting in the air, and it's not fun. And that's what a lot of people see. So, in general, I hope that Battlefield can have a World War game. Either that or Call of Duty. Maybe they'll both have a World War game at the same time, and then it'll be real competition there. Who knows? But, again, I just want to say thank you for playing in this game. It just happened to be that I randomly got into the Chaos Mosh Pit with him, and I was like, oh, is that really Nero? Yes, it is. And I had a fun game. I think I got like 50 kills there. I couldn't really see at the end of that, but I hope you did enjoy today's video. Made it a little longer because I haven't posted in a little bit. But anyways, hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy, leave a like, and comment, and subscribe for more content. As always, this is NinjaGeek. See you on the next one. I'm out, and peace.